Hello and welcome friends to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be the first of a best of two from the WCA Group D matches of 2014. This is going to be between WarchiefRich, spawning in as the Green Night Elf player in the top right, facing against Fly 100%, who does have the World Elite tag on, spawning in as the Purple Orc player. So the map is on Amazonia once again. Because Sonic Elegant series only had one game, I felt it was at least, I owe it to you guys to quickly cast another one. I might be uploading these three videos all at one sequence, I guess. It kinda, makes up for it, as well as kinda hurries this thing along, because I wanna go to, of course, the round of 8 as quickly as possible, even though I do have a lot of replays missing in the round of 8 as well. So yeah. Anyway, WarchiefRich is going for that Demon Hunter. Pretty standard stuff so far. I mean, we kinda saw the exact same thing in the previous Sonic vs. Elegant, since both players went Ancient War creep with the Demon Hunter first. But Fly is obviously an orc, which is something to note since there's not that many orcs in the WCA. Actually, a lot of undead, which is actually interesting. I think Group D has the most orcs out of all the guys. Yeah. So if you don't know, Group D has Fly 100%, who is an orc player, WarchiefRich, who is a night elf player, we have WFZ, who is an undead player, and we have ZDR, who is an orc player. So yeah, ZDR is probably the only player that may not be, internationally recognized, I would say. Well, not significantly, at least. I haven't casted a game of his yet, I think. So, that's something too worth considering, I guess. Blade Master will be able to get himself first blood on that Wisp, and he will also get himself an Ancient of War as well. Pretty good stuff there from Fly, but of course, I guess WarchiefRich may not need that first Ancient of War, but seeing as he's not going straight into tier 2, it might be a little bit of a whoopsies. Okay, tier 2 has just started. Let's see if he goes without it. I actually can't remember if the Hunter Soul requires the Ancient of War or not. That's always something I really hate doing during casts, is remembering, or not remembering, I guess, forgetting about the tech tree. But yeah, for now, doesn't look like either of the buildings are being placed down. Demon Hunter is dealing quite a bit of damage to the Blade Master, however. Might be enough to maybe push him away if the Demon Hunter maybe, continues fighting him, but seems like the Blade Master will be running away instead. Fly also going to tier 2. He will reach it much earlier than WarchiefRich would. I really need to find a way to call Rich something shorter. I guess it's just Rich. Or WCR? Don't know. I think Rich is just the bitter one. I think most people call him Rich anyway. But yeah, it looks like things have slowed down a little bit. Both players are playing a little more passively, although it doesn't seem like it right now, since Fly's on his way back to Rich's base, and I guess there are a couple of wisps to go after. Moonwall has been finished though. It's gonna take a while for it to be destroyed, but well, persistence is definitely a key factor to have, very important. And the Demon Hunter he might not be at that point yet where he can stand toe-to-toe with the Blade Master, especially not, you know, in conjunction with 3 grunts. It's just the fact that the grunts just didn't attack the Demon Hunter that much. Boots of speed on the Demon Hunter. He will be able to catch the Blade Master unless, of course, the BM gets himself that Windwalk. But since he's being constantly mana burned, he has to go and spin himself a speed scroll instead. So yeah, not only did he like not have mana, he used a salve which got cancelled, and then he used speed scroll, which, you know, it's definitely not something you'd like to have happen to only like one hero, one unit. So Rich is going to get himself a Beastmaster second. He is going to go for harassment very early on. Beastmaster, one of the best when it comes to harassing, because those cool beasts are deceiving, but they do deal quite a bit of damage against those Orc Burrows actually, even though, you know, Orc Burrows are heavy armored. But trust me, they do a lot, especially once they get their frenzy in the Dire Quillbeast form. It does seem like Rich lost himself, I guess, one of his Moonwalls. We are actually going to go for Ancient of Wind. Why didn't I think of that? Of course, Rich is fighting an Orc player. It's obvious that Wind is now an option. But anyway, so far just one Ancient of Wind has been placed down. Rich is going to lose himself another Moonwell. But there we go, right there. Was able to pick himself a Blade Master. So yeah, nicely done. Definitely love the trade. A Moonwell for a Blade Master. You know, even though the Blade Master was only level 1, it's still a little bit of a win. And Fly actually got himself a Turin Chieftain as the second hero. So yeah, without the Blade Master, it kind of delays things here, because the Turin Chieftain would have been like really good if it was put into use immediately. But since the BM is out for a little while, I have to wait for that resurrection, of course. Anyway, oh, very nice surround, or at least pathing here from the Turin Chieftain, but of course needs to be careful not to get killed off. And I guess the Demon Hunter didn't have a TP scroll, and wow, wow, that escalated really quickly. WarchiefRich is going to GG out as he lost both of his heroes. That was a rather impressive and amazing move there from Fly. Huh, who would have thought? I mean, Unholy Aura is probably one of those things that, you know, enables that kind of situation, but Endurance Aura? Wow. That is going to be game 1 of this best of 2. That was a rather... that seemed very funny, because it was a 100-0 kind of thing. The tables have completely turned, and that is going to be game. I'll see you guys in game 2, and yeah.